Hey guys, Ashlane here. Today we're going to attempt a 3-star against a very close to max Town Hall 11, except for the walls and the Barbarian King being level 35. We are dealing with a max base here, and we're going to go ahead and try to queen walk it. Here is the game plan. So up in the north, you can see that cube. That is going to be my queen, and we're going to go ahead and drop a barbarian to trigger a skeleton trap that's on the outside. We'll find out how I know that by watching a couple replays. This video, hopefully, whether I succeed or fail, is going to show you the evolution of a 3-star attack. That's really why I wanted to bring it to you guys today. I'm going to show you the 2 raids that I watched that led to the strategy I'm using. So we're going to use the queen. We're going to wrap around from east to west. We're going to enter where that white arrow is, using 2 golems and 9 witches. So it's going to be a queen walk into the mass witch go wee wee type army. So I'm going to use some wizards to clear out a funnel there near the west, near around 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to use earthquake where that brown X is. You can barely see it there over by the west. And then a rage spell, a freeze spell, and then that white arrow down there towards the south end of the map is going to be a couple hogs coming in to take out that wizard tower on the south, because that could cause some problems for my witches. Other than that, it's just going to be the jump spell where that green circle was. So let's go ahead and watch 2 replays, and I'll show you how I got here in my thought process. So the first replay is going to be Woody. You can see just a more traditional go wee wee army with the 4 golems. He does very well with this. If you haven't seen or heard the episode where I had him on, probably about 5 episodes ago now, probably a few days ago, he is a real master at this strategy, but things go wrong in this attack. It did end up being a high percentage 2-star attack, but what went wrong here is that all his heroes, all 3 of them, funneled to the south rather than going towards the center. So what I'm going to do is start with the queen walk instead, and we'll talk about how I came up with this idea on the second replay. But you can see his witches and wizards do take care of the town hall there, but his heroes go around. But we learned a valuable lesson from this first attack, and it's going to be seen in just a second here. Keep an eye on his Barbarian King, taking down that gold mine right now. He's going to wrap around the corner in just a second here. Here he goes, and he's going to trigger that skeleton trap. Now, that's absolutely huge in the foundation of our strategy. That's the reason we're using that 1 barbarian, and it's going to be key, because that skeleton trap could lure my queen to go east instead of west. So let's go ahead and watch the attack by Brandon on this base. He, this, like I said, this is the evolution of a 3-star attack. Sometimes on YouTube channels, such as mine, I'm just as guilty as anybody, you only see the finished product. Look at that barbarian. Triggers a skeleton trap, the skeletons go to the queen, rather than the queen going to the skeletons. So that was a valuable tool I learned from Brandon, and I'm going to incorporate that into my strategy. So you can see, his strategy is very similar to mine. There's a couple key differences. Number 1 is he misses the queen ability. So obviously we're going to make sure we use it early if we have to. You can see queen dead, and the raid just kind of fizzles out a little bit from there. He still gets a 2-star, but at that point we already had the 2-star. He used a rage as well. He used it very low, more towards the town hall. I'm going to put my rage a little bit higher, and I'm going to use my freeze before the rage. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's just make sure I have my army set and ready to go, and we'll see if I can't convert this 3-star against this Town Hall 11. So my armies looks pretty good here. So I forgot my Barbarian King. Make sure we have him. He'll be important here. And then we'll give it a go, see what we can do here. So let's do this. Last check of my spells. Everything looks good to go. Let's do it, guys. So here we go. I'm placing my queen exactly the same location that Brandon did here. So I'm going to place her way up here. I'm going to go ahead and place my earthquake after I have my queen down. Make sure she's settled. And then place a barbarian right here. Triggered the skeleton trap. I'm putting my warden with the queen because things get a little hairy here. Now, I should mention real quickly that the reason we're doing this, the reason we're doing the queen walk here is because they have all 4 mortars up at the top of the base. That's why we're using the queen walk. So I'm going to place the earthquake over here. That's good. Perfect placement of the earthquake, if I do say so myself. Now we're just going to keep an eye on the queen here. We might have to use this rage spell a little bit early. Don't want her to die, that's for sure. Want to make sure the rage spell always goes on the healers. It's important to get the queen too, but it's most important to get the healers. The queen is just secondary, just a bonus. So She's going to take out this elixir pump, then she's going to head. Okay, perfect. She's rounding the corner, but here comes the rage. So things are looking beautiful right here. So things are a good start, and I nailed the earthquake as well. I am raiding on my iPhone because that's what I record on this account. So that's what I play on this account. So let's go ahead and round the corner. Giant bomb. Things are going well. I have my trigger on the clan castle here. I'm going to deploy the golem as soon as she's done with this Tesla and gets gets her target on the mortar. So here's my first golem. I'm going to put down a wizard or two to help out the golem, and then the spread here. So the spread of wizards. Things are looking good. My queen is doing pretty decent on health. This is where Brandon's queen died, so I want to be ready on the trigger, but I'm going to go ahead and freeze. You know what? Freeze first. And then rage right afterwards. I'm going to put my rage a little bit higher than Brandon there. So this is looking pretty good at this point. My witches are funneling pretty well towards the center, it looks like. Excuse the commentary, guys. So I popped the Barbarian King's ability first and then the Grand Warden. Very important to do it in that order. That way you can get the invincibility on all the Barbarians versus using it after the Grand Warden ability and then the Barbarians just die. This way the Barbarians get the invincibility. So you can see here, I dropped the Hogs followed by the Wizard that I held off on, and then they're going to hopefully clear down that Wizard Tower. My jump is down there to create the funnel for the Skeletons and the Witch and the Grand Warden, and it looks like we have it, guys. This is looking pretty good. I still have my Queen ability. Don't even know if I'm going to need it. Okay, so I'm cheesing pretty big right now. This is pretty exciting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Queen ability. Might as well. I have 45 seconds left. Plenty of time. Let's go ahead and use some minions here. I have tons of witches left on the board. It's going to be a 3-star, guys. Pretty excited, can't lie, because after the last live raid debacle when I had the 86% or whatever it was, pretty happy to pull off the 3-star. It was, you know, I hope this video did a good job illustrating what goes into a 3-star plan and how to plan out a 3-star attack based on previous replays. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm pretty pumped right now, if you can't tell. And as always, take care, guys.
We don't play for fame, we don't play for cash. We just play for the glory and the clash of the ash.